Brazil finally returns to Formula One after 7 years, and the man responsible for this comeback is Gabriel Bortoleto. But few know that his dream almost ended before it even began. The journey of this young Brazilian driver, a champion in both Formula 3 and Formula 2, continued only because of some special help, none other than Fernando Alonso, a two-time world champion. But why exactly did Alonso enter Gabriel's life? What was the turning point that led the Spanish legend to bet everything on this Brazilian kid? Stay tuned, because I'm about to show you the details that few people know, and they will completely change the way you see Brazil's return to the elite of motorsport. Gabriel Bortoleto has always had motorsport running through his veins. From a young age, he was racing in karting circuits all across Brazil. But things weren't always easy for the São Paulo boy. In 2022, when the young talent was already showing potential in the FRECA, it seemed like his journey would come to an end before he could even make it to Formula 3. The problem, as it often is for young drivers, was financial. Without money or sponsorship, Gabriel and his father were practically alone in their battle to make his dream a reality. Back then, no one seemed interested in the Brazilian, despite his great results in FRECA, like his first podium and a pole position. His phone never rang. It was hard to understand how a driver with so much talent could be invisible to big teams and sponsors. But Gabriel and his father didn't give up easily. They kept pushing for an opportunity that would change the course of his story. In one of these moments of discouragement, Gabriel's father decided to participate in an amateur race at the famous Red Bull Ring circuit in Austria. It seemed like an ordinary decision, but it would change the future of the Bortoleto family forever. There, in a completely unexpected turn of events, he crossed paths with Fernando Alonso and his partners, Fernandes Albiares and Rescos Call, who ran a company specializing in managing the careers of promising young drivers. It was in this seemingly casual meeting that Gabriel's destiny took a complete turn. At that moment, Alonso didn't need much time to recognize Gabriel's talent. After all, the Spanish driver had already known about the Brazilian's potential when he raced for his team in FRECA. But seeing a driver with such huge potential going through so many difficulties really touched the two-time world champion. That was when Alonso decided to take things further and help Gabriel directly, a rare move from a Formula One icon. Along with his friends Fernandes Albiares and Rescos Call, Alonso founded the agency A14, specializing in guiding young drivers with great potential, but who needed support to progress in the lower categories. Alonso's vision was clear: to discover hidden talents and provide real conditions for these young drivers to grow and reach the top of world motorsport. Gabriel Bortoleto was a perfect fit for this profile. The connection between Gabriel and Alonso grew quickly. The Spanish driver personally took part in managing the Brazilian's career, bringing important contacts, sponsors, and, most importantly, valuable advice that only someone like Fernando could offer. It wasn't just about money, but about trust. Having Alonso believe in his potential completely changed how teams and sponsors viewed him. Suddenly, the kid who was almost forgotten had doors opening for him to show his talent on the track. It was the beginning of a partnership that would put Brazil back among the big names in Formula One. With Alonso's help and the A14 agency, Gabriel Bortoleto finally got the necessary boost for his career. A14 didn't just provide management structure, but also the confidence that Gabriel had everything needed to reach Formula One. The first step was securing a spot in Formula 3, a crucial category for anyone dreaming of reaching the elite of motorsport. With Alonso by his side, the focus wasn't just on competing, but on building a solid career. While many other drivers were getting lost in failed attempts due to a lack of support, Gabriel found, through A14, the chance to focus on what he did best: race. It didn't take long for the Brazilian driver to start showing his true strength on the track. In Formula 3, results began to appear quickly. Gabriel was no longer just an up-and-coming talent. He was already standing out among the best in the category. It wasn't just hard work that took Bortoleto to the podiums. It was also his ability to learn from Alonso's invaluable advice. The two-time champion, with his wealth of experience, helped Gabriel cope with pressure, understand race strategies, and make crucial decisions in key moments. This guidance was the difference that allowed Gabriel to stand out and, consequently, win the Formula 3 championship. A14 transformed Gabriel Bortoleto into not just a fast driver, but a prepared one. The partnership with Alonso gave the Brazilian a solid base, not just to compete, but to win. With the Formula 3 title in hand and more experience gained, Gabriel Bortoleto moved on to Formula 2 in 2023, with the goal of consolidating his position as one of the big promises in motorsport. But what few imagined was that his rise would be so meteoric. As a rookie, Gabriel quickly became one of the top names in the category, competing against big drivers and showing impressive maturity for his age. Along with his new management at A14, which continued to guide him with Alonso's expertise, Gabriel was able to handle the pressure of racing and maintain impeccable performance on challenging circuits. It wasn't just talent. It was also precise and strategic management that helped the Brazilian seize every opportunity. In his rookie season in Formula 2, Gabriel Bortoleto became an extremely competitive driver. His ability to understand the car, manage tires, and strategize overtakes quickly caught the attention of teams and the media. He secured impressive wins and podiums, solidifying his position as the future of Formula 1. Then came the crowning achievement, winning the Formula 2 title consecutively. With this accomplishment, Bortoleto joined the ranks of names like Charles Leclerc, George Russell, and Oscar Piastri, who also achieved this feat before moving up to Formula 1. This achievement not only secured his place in history, but also sealed his destiny. Gabriel Bortoleto had become one of the most promising drivers of his generation. And it was with an impressive trajectory and the support of Fernando Alonso that the Brazilian driver earned his seat in Formula 1. After 7 years without a Brazilian representative in the category, Gabriel Bortoleto will now be the one to fly the flag for Brazil in the highest motorsport league. With his spot secured in the Swiss-based Sauber team, now part of Alfa Romeo, Bortoleto will face a new challenge: to establish himself in Formula 1 alongside drivers like Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu and carve out his space among the greatest in the history of the sport. But it won't be an easy mission. Formula 1 is a jungle where every mistake can cost you dearly. Despite the great promise that Gabriel represents, he will need to prove that he can handle the pressure, competitiveness, and demands of a category where only the best survive. However, if there's one thing that Gabriel's journey has shown, it's that he isn't afraid of challenges. The preparation for Formula 1 isn't just about speed. It's also about adapting to the highest level of technical demands. And that's where A14's work and, of course, Fernando Alonso's experience come in. The Spanish two-time champion, with his decades of Formula 1 experience, has already made it clear that he will continue to support Gabriel, helping him make the transition to the highest category as smoothly as possible. The mutual friendship and trust between them are clear, and they'll be essential in the toughest moments of Bortoleto's career. Now with a solid foundation, a promising career, and Brazil cheering him on, Gabriel has everything he needs to write a grand chapter in Formula 1 history. He has the chance to become the next big name in the sport and bring Brazil back to the top of the category after so many years out of the spotlight. So, what do you think about Gabriel Bortoleto's journey? Do you believe he will be the next big name in Formula 1? Don't forget to comment below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel to keep up with everything about the future of Formula 1 and Brazilian motorsport. Let's stick together so Brazil has more reasons to celebrate on the track.